Okay, Oval fans, I made a post in the Facebook group yesterday about this, about how, in general, I don't think people ought to sleep on the Oval season 4. If you stop watching the show because season 3 was so bad, in my opinion, it really was, give it another shot. I know season 4 is not perfect. It is not perfect, but it is better than season 3, and I still vouch for season 4, the Oval, being better than sister season 5. But, with that being said, I do want to go over a few things that I am still annoyed with when it comes to the Oval. And I mentioned this in the video I did about the ratings for the show taking a noticeable dip this season. Season 5 already was filmed a few months ago, so it's not like Tyler's going to go back and try to, shake things up or fix problems that, the fans make vocal. But these are things that, what I got, like 4 things to talk about here. Okay, number 1. I loathe, as the Grinch would say, loathe entirely what Tyler did to Bobby. He was once a man of mystery, intrigue, Bobby baby. He's become a simp, basically as pathetic as Aaron on Sisters. It's sad to have a guy who was like, okay, I wonder what his next move is going to be or what his intentions are. But then to basically lose his cool, his calm, cool, and collected persona just because of a woman, I don't like that. It's just ridiculous. It makes no sense. All right, next up, Hunter. Is his whole story this season acting like he's actually concerned about what happened to Jason and barking at everybody because he knows Victoria is up to something? You know what? What are your father and you doing? I want to figure out what's going on. That's literally Hunter's arc so far this season. He'll just make a cameo appearance, go, I know you're up to something, and when I figure it out, you better wait. And then he just walks out, or whoever he's talking to walks out of the room on him, and that's it. And it's kind of hard to care or sympathize for him due to the fact that the same night his son, quote-unquote, died, he was ready to go out into the ghetto to find hookers and drugs. So I don't really feel anything at all. And while at first I did like the unlikely trio of Alan, Dale, and Kareem, the character dynamic that, we really didn't see, but, well, I never thought we would see happen between B and C tier characters, that kind of faded away because, when they first got together, it was like, wow, I like how each episode, each one of them is giving up a little bit of information on, their storyline. And then Alan's like, wow, whoa. The chief of staff came after you? And it's like, wait, you work for the chief of staff? And, oh yeah, Kyle, the FBI agent. And yeah, the president's trying to go after my girl. And then little things like that. And then, of course, finding out about Ellie. It was really cool to see that because these were characters who all have different pieces of the puzzle to bring together, and they all learn more about each other as the episodes went on. But then as soon as Kareem bounced, Alan literally became Kareem himself. Asshole, attitude, snippy, always trying to go off on Dale, but then in the very next sentence trying to give a half-assed apology, and it got boring. It really did. So, yeah, that Tyler kind of ruined that dynamic there. All right, also, no, I'm guessing Gale still won't show up this season, and since Barry, his actor, was working on other projects at the time, I guess, Barry isn't going to be on screen at all, so, yeah, still no Gale. I'd say recap. I love Paige Hurd, but I say just, if she isn't coming back to the Oval due to, either not being interested in the project anymore or working on other things, just recast the role. Seriously. Just recast. Like, what did Gail really do in season 1 anyway? What did she do? Not much. So, recast. Kind of like Janine on House of Pain. Recast the role. Like, at this point, come on, just do it. Then, of course, I did a whole, videos about Priscilla. I'm over it. I've been over it. The way she's been bitter, passive-aggressive, and whatnot towards Sam. Yes, he deserves it for cheating, but there are so many other things that I wish Priscilla would focus on, mainly getting revenge for the murders and cover-ups of Jean and Diane and Alice and so many others. I'd rather see that than her just being overly, passive-aggressive and just nonstop. You cheated on me. This is your fault, Sam. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. So those are just a few complaints. I mean, sure, there's more, like, way too many characters in the show. It just feels like each episode, while this season started off good, I think we're returning to the point where since there are so many characters, we're only getting some of them on screen for a few minutes. And when they're on screen, they're basically like, oh, well, Richard was talking to Nancy about this in episode 3. Now it's episode 8, so Nancy needs to relay this information to Sharon. And that's pretty much it. So, I don't know. It isn't perfect, but I will say the Oval, in my opinion, is just much better than it was last season. So, yeah, I know some people say the show should go off. Honestly, between the two, I think Ruthless should be the show that needs to end and then have that story wrap up on the Oval. But I don't know. And I don't really have any complaints about Donald. He's an asshole. He's evil. He's a mess. But he's still my favorite character. I prefer him over Victoria. And yeah, so for those who say the Oval needs to end, again, season 5 has already been filmed, so there's no way to stop that. And that's pretty much all I got. Don't sleep on it. I mean, like I said, it's not perfect, but hell of a lot better than it was, which I can't say for sisters. So with that being said, like and subscribe. Follow me on social media. What are some of your complaints about the show? How do you think Tyler Perry can fix it and make it better? Not that it matters, because like I said, already pre-filmed, so not much is going to change.